Alright, Jose Monkey, see if you can find me.
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. This video didn't have too many clues to tell me the location, but I was able to find it relatively quickly once I realized I could narrow my search to one specific US state. Let's take a look at the video.
Alright, Jose Monkey, see if you can find me.
So what can we see? The general look of this place with the hills and trees and also this bluff or rock face that we can see here was kind of giving Appalachia, but I wasn't 100% sure about that. We have this brick building here with these light colored stripes on it and also square decorations on the front. We can see a building with a JCPenney logo on it, which could be an active JCPenney store, but many of them have closed over the last several years, so I didn't know if I could rely on that. We also see this building, which looked vaguely like a government building to me, but I wasn't really sure. We can see flagpoles here with an American flag and also what I assumed was probably a state flag. We can't really see much of it, but it looked like it might be a blue flag. Unfortunately, several US states use dark blue as the background of their flag, so that wasn't really as helpful as it could have been. I made a note of the round structure we see at the top of this building. It looked like there were windows at the top, and I suspected it was part of a rotunda in that building. We can also see what looked like it might be writing on the front of the building, but the angle that the video was recorded at makes it pretty much impossible to read what's written there. None of the cars in the parking lot here appeared to have front license plates, so I suspected that this was probably a state that does not require front plates. And toward the end of the video, we can see that our friend is standing here near this entrance to this wheelchair ramp that goes down to the lower level of the building behind them. And that's really about it. Okay, so like I said, I figured I could look in states that do not require front plates on vehicles. That narrows it down to like 20 states. But I also knew that I could skip any states that did not have a blue state flag. If we look at the intersection of those two sets, that narrows it down to 9 states that both require front plates and have a blue flag. Okay, so what should I look for in those states? I thought maybe I could look for government buildings that were very close to JCPenney stores in those 9 states, but I wasn't really sure that was a government building, so I didn't know if that was really going to work. Bruh, stop. UK. You think this is in the United Kingdom. No, dummy, the vanity plate on the car has UK on it. Oh, so it does. That means you should be looking in Kentucky, because I'm pretty sure that's the University of Kentucky logo. Is it? Looks like it to me, bruh. Based on Chad's suggestion, I decided to look in Kentucky first. I figured there probably weren't too many JCPenney locations in Kentucky, so I tried to do a query for those, and I got a short list, but I looked through them and none of them are right. So I tried something different. I just did an image search for the phrase JCPenney, Kentucky, to see what I would get. And I figured I'd look through the list and try to find a building that looked like the one in the video. And as I did that, I got one result that was for a Facebook post, which included a video segment about a JCPenney building that had been converted to a flood relief center in 2022. And as I watched that video, I spotted 2 of the other buildings from your video. Here's the brick building with the stripes and squares on it, and here's the one with the rotunda. And guys, that was it. You are here near the Perry County Public Library in Hazard, Kentucky. I used a Google Street View to confirm the view of the JCPenney building, and I discovered that the lettering on that building that I couldn't read said Perry County Public Library, so that would have helped me find this very quickly if I'd been able to read it. I guess it was sort of a government building. Anyway, you were standing right over here near the entrance to that wheelchair ramp. Okay, it's time to check which previous location was closest to this one. And this time it was the place I found in Season 1, Episode 202 in Stanton, Kentucky. It's about 54 miles or 87 kilometers away from this place. Guys, I don't want to bring down the mood here, but I mentioned earlier that JCPenney was converted to a flood relief center after the intense storms in 2022. But this same part of Kentucky was hit with devastating flooding again in February of this year. Some people were still trying to recover from the losses they sustained during the storms in 2022 when they were hit with another incredibly damaging storm just a few months ago. If you would like to assist those who were impacted by these storms, I would encourage you to check out the Team Kentucky Storm Relief Fund. If you Google that, you should be able to find more information pretty easily. Guys, go check out the map of all the places I found for you so far from the videos that you've sent me. And while you're there, maybe go check out my store or my Patreon if you're into that sort of thing. And if anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that, on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.